International Competition of Accounting IContAct 2026 Technical Meeting International Competition of Accounting 2026 This is the foreword from Head of Judges International Competition of Accounting 2026
General Regulations. The general regulations of the final round consist of: first, teams eligible to participate in the presentation and Q&A sessions are 10 teams that have been declared to have advanced to the final round. Second, the presentation schedule will be announced during the technical meeting and will be shared by the committee in the WhatsApp chat group. Third, the team representative must complete the attendance 30 minutes before the final round begins via the attendance link shared by the committee in the WhatsApp chat group. Fourth, all team members are required to join the Zoom meeting 15 minutes before the presentation session begins. Fifth, the dress code for the final round presentation is neat and formal. Participants representing the university are required to wear their university blazer, while general participants or non-delegates of university are required to wear neat and formal attire. 6. Each team member is required to use their own individual device each during the presentation. 7. All team members are required to stay in the Zoom meeting during the presentation. 8. All participants are strictly prohibited from using communication devices or accessing the internet to search for reference material during the session. 9. Participants must submit a complete and final version of the PowerPoint presentation. Revision or resubmission are not accepted after the initial submissions. Therefore, participants are advised to ensure that their presentation is accurate and compliant with all applicable requirements prior to submission. 10. If a participant violates the rules and regulations, the committee reserves the right to disqualify the participant teams before, during, and at the end of competition before the winner is announced. 11. The judge's decision is final and cannot be contested. Competition concept and mechanism. The competition concept in the final rounds are: the type of question is preparation and presentation of the feasibility study. The duration is 20 minutes. For the presentation, the duration is 8 minutes, and for the Q&A session, the duration is 12 minutes. The media is online via Zoom meeting, and the dress code is neat and formal. Alma mater blazer for all university delegates. The mechanism of the final round consists of: first, participants in the final round are the 10 best teams selected from the preliminary round based on the paper assessment result. Second, the feasibility study prepared and presented by participants must be a feasibility analysis of a company originating from the participants' respective countries. Third, each team representative is required to submit the feasibility study presentation file in a Microsoft PowerPoint format via the Google Form provided by the committee no later than April 20, 2026, which is 2 days before the final round. Fourth, participants are required to prepare the feasibility study as a team in the form of presentation PowerPoint in accordance with the requirements set by the committee. Fifth, the feasibility study presentation must include the following components. First, company profile and SWOT analysis. Second, marketing analysis. 3rd, operational analysis. 4th, human resource analysis. 3rd, financial analysis. And the last, conclusion and recommendation. 6th, the final round is conducted in the form of a feasibility study presentation, which will be evaluated directly by the panel of the judges. 7. The presentation slides are limited to a maximum of 10 slides, including the title slide. Slides are recommended to present the key points of the feasibility study. 8. The presentation schedule will be announced during the technical meeting and through the WhatsApp group. 9. Participants are not allowed to change the presentation sessions schedule determined by the committee. 10. All team members are required to join the Zoom meeting 15 minutes before the presentation session begins, using separate devices for each member. 11. All team members must turn on their cameras during the presentation, but only the speaker is required to keep their audio on, while the others must keep theirs muted. 12. The feasibility study presentation must be presented in English to the panel of judges through the Zoom breakout room using Microsoft PowerPoint as the presentation media. 13. The presentation must be delivered by all team members according to the agreed division of presentation material. 14. The presentation will be followed by a Q&A session conducted by the panel of the judges for 12 minutes. During the sessions, all team members may take turns answering in an orderly manner without interrupting each other. Here is the example of link Zoom final round. We will send the Zoom link for the final round to each team's email and the IContAct 2026 panelist group. Assessment system. The total maximum score for the final round is 100. There are 3 key points regarding the evaluation process. First, each presentation will be evaluated by 3 judges. Second, the final round assessment covers the quality of the feasibility study substance and presentation performance. Third, the evaluation results constitute the final and binding decision of the Board of Judges and are not subject to appeal. Assessment criteria. Total maximum score for the final round is 100. There are 2 aspects. First, feasibility study substance 60% consists of company profile and SWOT analysis, marketing analysis, operational analysis, human resources analysis, financial analysis, conclusion and recommendation. Second, presentation and communication 40% consists of mastery of material, PowerPoint design or visualization, time management and professional, ability to answer judges' questions. Final round simulation via Zoom meeting. Stage 1. Each finalist will join the Zoom meeting according to committee instruction. The moderator will explain the technical procedures for the final round. After that, participants will be directed to the Zoom breakout rooms. Here is the example of participants in the main room during the Zoom meeting. Stage 2. After participants join Zoom breakout room, the supervisor will guide the presentation and Q&A session. Here is an example of participant in a Zoom breakout room during the presentation sessions. Stage 3. Participants will do share screen to begin the presentation, and they will be guided by the supervisors throughout the sessions. Here is the example of participants sharing their screen during the presentation sessions. Here is the display during the participant's presentation. There will be a timer on the participant's screen. Stage 4. After their presentation finished, the session will proceed with a 12-minute question and answer session by the judges. Here is the example of the question and answer session. In the question and answer session, a bell will chime every 4 minutes, indicating that the session with the first judge has concluded and it is time for the next judge's Q&A. Here is session assignment for participants. For the session 1 is IContAct 017, session 2 IContAct 009, session 3 IContAct 006, session 4 IContAct 008, session 5 IContAct 018, session 6 IContAct 026, session 7 IContAct 001, session 8 IContAct 032, session 9 IContAct 007, and session 10 IContAct 003. Schedule of events. This event schedule is divided into 3 main parts. The first part consists of 3 sessions, followed by a break. The second part consists of 4 sessions, followed by another break. And the final part consists of 3 sessions. After that, participants can enjoy the entertainment while the judges' assessment. This will be followed by preparation for the announcement of the winners. Next, announcement of the winners by the jury and award ceremony, presentation and official closing of the event. And the last part is closing by MC. The final round will be conducted online via Zoom meeting with a feasibility study presentation on April 22nd, 2026. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention.